Life will be complete with a new TV, but which one? Console gaming has upgraded some, and our old TVs just don't look so good no more.
It's not what I heard. What'd you hear?
On the cheap, mid-range, and upper echelon royalty levels, we the gamer people have compiled a list of 3 of the best TVs at each level to play the greatest Series X and PS5 games on, as well as your Switch titles and old school classics.
Oh, jeez.
If we told you that for 150 to 200 bones, you could get a respectable gaming TV, would you believe us? As 1080p TVs are being phased out, the TCL 3 series is a very dignified last hurrah of the HD TV. If you keep your room small and not too bright, this will do the job and do it way better than the price would suggest. Sit directly in front of it if you can, as a non-dead-on viewing angle ain't so great, and you can ball pretty hard on it as its response time is fairly fast. HDR is sadly absent from this penny pincher's choice, but its Roku UI is as user-friendly as Mr. Rogers, and 60 Hz at that price is a true steal. As far as 4K gaming with money on the tight end, the Vizio MQ7 series delivers big bang for your buck. It automatically switches into big game mode when you turn on your pride and joy.
Time to bring the fun.
And it's got FreeSync, which gives you whatever refresh rate or frame rate programmed in the content you're playing up to 60 Hz. So playing at 60 frames per second is mighty doable on this thing. Enjoy seeing the extra enemies in the bushes, and its black frame insertion is going to make fast-moving content fairly clear. For between 440 and 750 smackaroos, you get rich people stuff with HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision. It won't be the brightest TV on the block, so get some curtains and ride the mother trucker till the wheels fall off on this television. Think about it. You already own it, it's not bad, and it's easy on the wallet.
I don't have a TV.
Okay, Wonder Woman, time to get with the times. Now these next 3 options are for the middle of the roaders. Sony markets its X900H as its ideal PS5 companion, and it delivers. For $1,000 to $2,500, it's a fairly bright TV but does its best work in dark environments, but honestly, who games in bright rooms anyway? It's got HDMI 2.1 support, Dolby Vision, HDR, and upscales HD content to close to 4K, giving new life to PS3 and Xbox 360 games. Hello, Heavy Rain, my old friend. We're gonna find the origami killer this time in 4K. It's got a 120 Hz refresh rate and X-Motion clarity technology, so you'll see movement clearer and without losing any brightness. Excellent for lighting up those notoriously dark games. It's well priced for what you get, so for gamers walking in the middle of the road financially, this sure shot is a wonderful addition to any living room setup. For $1,500 to $3,300, the LG CX Series has got it going on. It has close to instantaneous response time for those of you who play on the harder difficulties and take losing personally. It shuts off individual pixels, which gives gamers an infinite contrast ratio and can achieve perfect black. Staring into its deep dark provides complicated emotional responses. We'd love to pop in the evil within and see if we can drive ourselves mad. We'll blame the deep blacks when we wake the neighbors. For motion, this OLED's got FreeSync, variable refresh rate, and G-Sync, so you can go to war on this 120 Hz and stay alive a lot longer as all threats and dangers are much more visible. This is your best bet for 4Kers who believe in LED panels. $1,099.99 to $3499.99 will buy you upper echelon color at middle class prices. It's got 120 Hz with FreeSync and G-Sync, so you don't get confused in the action. So in theory, you'll see a lot less game overs playing on the Q80. The ultra viewing angle means you can walk around while you play and not lose any visual information. So you can watch the cutscenes while you do something else in the room many feet away, almost parallel to it. Is that useful? A TV this pretty deserves all your attention when it's on. Show it some respect and sit in front of it. In the deep dark, you'll get some clouding, so you might get some funny animations when playing a gothically noir game like Dark Souls. No Dolby Vision on this one, but it's got HDR10 Plus, and that's when it shines uber bright. Q90T is a little more than the Q80T in many ways. It's just as good looking in light and in the dark and handles motion beautifully thanks to its speedy response time and black frame insertion feature. The input lag is super low and it supports FreeSync up to 120 Hz. No screen tearing with this baby, just a little bit of dirty screen effect while watching sports. So prioritize playing sports video games with this TV instead and maybe don't host the Super Bowl party this year. If this is your only TV, it's priced from $1,500 to $4,000, so your wallet must be yay high to ride this pony. And get ready to pony up some Major League cash for the next 2 entries. Trigger warning for cheapskates. $60,000 for 98 inches.
Someone's clearly compensating.
Shall we continue? The Sony Z9G Master Series is moving this list up to 8K with AI 4K upscaling technology, making the beautiful drop-dead gorgeous and the ugly but ugly with the clarity we can't show you on a 1080p YouTube video, but must be seen in person to truly appreciate. Its 33 million pixel res images look how heaven looks in my mind's eye. And if I were to worship a false idol, it would look something like this. It's not numero uno on our list because it does not support HDR10+, but it's the idea of making old games look beyond new and new games look almost alien that makes the emperor of Sony's premium lineup very attractive. Gather your friends all around this monument as the viewing angles are impressive and make them watch you play their favorite games. Their eyes should turn emerald green with envy. That effect is also known as the point.
Too short.
If you're a waitress who told off a customer for not tipping and he promised if he won the lottery he'd split the jackpot with you, and then he wins and he does,
We won something? What did we win?
$4 million.
this 98-inch 8K Porsche-priced Samsung should be your first purchase. The $60,000 Q900 can maximize the potential of your Series X and PS5 games. Even though nothing really outputs in 8K yet except for higher-end cameras, it's nice to be ready for the future. The 8K upscaling is automatic, and the HDR10 Plus gives that buoyant color volume on supported material. This TV looks to make pixelation a thing of the past as it's so sharp that your family and friends in the real world will start to look fuzzy by comparison. Movies will look almost as bright and sharp as they do on the TVs that Hollywood editors use when putting together the blockbusters you know and love. The first game we'd play on it, a game where you have to travel. One that'll take us anywhere but here. The lockdown is making everywhere look pretty good right about now. Honorable mentions for this list include the LG 88-inch ZX series for $30,000, the 55-inch Sony A8H OLED for the monkeys in the middle for $1699.99, and the Hisense 55-inch 88G for budget-conscious buyers with bright rooms at $479.99. Good luck!